Hi 10th graders, welcome to the 3.7 video for planning your summative assessment. This is going to be a really important video to watch because it will help you get started on the summative, which is going to be writing a 5-paragraph essay on Of Mice and Men. So you actually get to choose the prompt that you want to write about for your essay, and you're going to choose one of these lines of inquiry that are on page 27 of your packet. So if you look at page 27 of your packet, you are going to see a bunch of questions listed, and they're organized by theme or topic. So you'll see questions about dreams, about loneliness, about powerlessness, and about fate. So you're going to choose one of these questions, and it's going to become the essay prompt or topic that you will write about. So make sure you choose a question that you're actually interested in and that you think you can come up with a lot of strong evidence and examples from the book to answer this question. So the essay is also going to be about one of these literary lenses that we've learned about throughout this unit. So you're going to choose either the Marxist, the feminist, or the social justice lens. Your essay should be at least 300 words. You will include a strong thesis statement, topic sentences, and it will be 5 paragraphs. So you'll include an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. You also need many specific details from the book that are used to support your thesis statement. So that includes at least 2 direct quotes from the text and also just specific examples of what happens in the book. There's also an essay checklist in your packet, so make sure that you're following these guidelines for how to write your essay. This is a good thing to return to after you've written it, to edit your essay and make sure that you have all of these components. So a 5-paragraph essay, it might have been a long time since you've written a 5-paragraph essay. Maybe you've never written a 5-paragraph essay before. So I wanted to go over the structure to make sure that we're all on the same page. Your introduction paragraph is going to have a hook, background information, and a thesis statement. Your 3 body paragraphs are going to follow this P structure that you've maybe learned about before. It's point, evidence, and explanation. And your conclusion is kind of a mirror of your introduction paragraph. You restate your thesis statement, give a summary of your main points, and end with a concluding statement. So I want to go through each paragraph to show you exactly what you need in each paragraph. So your introduction paragraph has a hook, background information, and your thesis statement. A hook is a way to get your reader's attention, and you can do this in a couple different ways. So a lot of people will start off their essay with a quote from a book or a movie or a famous person that fits your topic or the theme that you're writing about. You could also choose an intriguing statement to make your reader think or have a strong reaction. Or you could give a shocking fact or statistic, something that has been proven that connects to your ideas. So for all 3 hooks, you want to make sure that it really connects to the question that you're answering and the topic that you're writing about. On Schoology, these slides are all posted on Schoology, so please go back and read the examples. I'm not going to read them to you, but there's an example of how to use a quote, an intriguing statement, or a shocking fact as your hook. After the hook, you're going to give background information on the text of Mice and Men. So you want to connect the attention getter to your overall argument. And you also need to tell us a little bit about the book. So include the title of Mice and Men, the author, John Steinbeck, and then a little bit of summary information, what happens in this book, and also how does the book connect to this question that you're answering. So information that we need to understand the line of inquiry, maybe a little bit about loneliness or powerlessness or dreams or fate. Then the very last sentence of your introduction is your thesis statement. The thesis is the main argument of the entire essay. It responds to the line of inquiry. So this is your answer to the question, the answer to your prompt. Your thesis statement should be clear and short. It should argue a point that answers your prompt and include a point about the line of inquiry. A thesis statement should not include the word I, and that's true throughout the entire essay. We shouldn't be saying, I will be writing about, or my essay is about. Take out all I and my statements in order to make it formal academic writing. And your thesis does not include specific details. All right, so this is another example. We have a sample essay on Schoology that shows you exactly what is expected. So here's an example of how you could write your introduction paragraph. I want you to look at this on Schoology. And this is how you'll be planning it. You'll be brainstorming your ideas in this planning document in your packet. And then this is how you would transfer that information into a paragraph. So you'll see the introduction paragraph has a hook, background information, and it ends with a thesis statement. So please go back and read this on the slides posted on Schoology. So the body paragraphs are all going to follow the P structure. Your first body paragraph is going to answer the line of inquiry, focusing on the beginning and middle of the book. So how is this question or this topic handled in the first 2/3 of the book? Body paragraph 2 is going to apply the literary lens of your choosing to the character that you're examining in paragraph 1. So paragraph 2 is where you bring in the social justice lens or the feminist lens or the Marxist lens. Body paragraph 3 is going to answer the line of inquiry focusing on the end of the book. So how does this shocking ending to Of Mice and Men change the way that you understand this theme or this topic? The P structure, if you've forgotten, is make a point. So state the main idea of your paragraph, which is your topic sentence. Then you're going to include evidence that will help prove your point. That is quotes or examples from the book. Make sure to include page numbers when you're using a quote or an example. And then you need to explain why the evidence proves your point. How does that quote or example support your thesis statement? So again, please go back and read these examples on Schoology. This is body paragraph 1, an example about Curly's wife and her dream of becoming a movie star. You'll see there's a quote used as evidence and then an explanation for how that quote connects to your thesis. This is what it would look like actually typed up into a body paragraph. You'll see topic sentence, evidence, and explanation. When you use quotes in your own writing, just as a reminder, make sure to pick short quotes. You should not be quoting like 3 or 4 sentences of text. Use just the most important words and put them into your own writing. So incorporate that small quote into your own sentence. Make sure to put the quote in quotation marks and include the page number from the book. This is very important. Body paragraph 2 is where you are going to bring in the literary lens. So again, this is an example essay using the feminist literary lens to examine the character of Curly's wife. This is how it would look typed up into a body paragraph. And then the third body paragraph is looking at the end of the novel and how that changes our understanding of the line of inquiry. So this is going to look at how Curly's wife's death changes our understanding of her dream. And that's what it'll look like typed up into a body paragraph. Your conclusion we'll go through really quickly: thesis statement, summary of main points, and concluding statement. So you're going to summarize everything, refer back to the previous points. Don't just say the end, that's my essay, that's all I have to say. Don't do that. Summarize your thesis, so rewrite it in different words, but you're restating your thesis statement. You're going to summarize the main points, so that's maybe like one sentence recapping each body paragraph. And then the conclusion should end with a concluding statement, and that's something to really make your reader think, leave them with some sort of profound point that connects to this topic. So you could come back to something you talked about earlier in your essay. It's really a good idea to maybe come full circle and revisit that hook that you used at the beginning of your essay. Or you could give your opinion in the very last statement or make a prediction about the characters and their future. Concluding paragraph, an example. All right, so all of these slides are posted on Schoology. What I want you to do now is go to our Schoology page. This is where the slides are, so please go back and read through the examples. This is the sample essay, so if you are confused about how to type this up, this is a really good thing to look at. An example essay of what is expected for your summative. And then I want you to go to the packet. You're choosing your line of inquiry here. That is going to become your essay prompt. Then you're choosing which lens you're going to focus on, so circle which one you will choose. The should do is to answer these questions based on the lens that you're using. So you would only have to answer for the social justice lens if that's the one that you're doing. And this is the must do, 3.7 step 3 in your packet. This is where you're going to start planning out your essay. So you will brainstorm each paragraph. It's broken up with the P model. So please fill out this outline for your essay. When you're done filling out the outline, the 3.7 mastery check is actually on Schoology. So you're going to go back and open up this document where you will tell me a little bit more about what you're going to write about in your essay. Finally, if you would like feedback on a rough draft of your essay, you are going to open up this document, type your essay, and turn in a rough draft by this Friday, February 24th, and I will give you feedback to make sure that you're on the right track. If you have any questions, please let me know. I know this was a ton of information thrown at you, but use all of these resources posted here and start planning your summative essay.